Do we really need another Male flanker? Have JPG gone too far? Well, find out in this video as I dig deep into the latest arrival from JPG, Male Elixir Absolu. I'll give you my honest review and I'll tell you, do I recommend it? And at the end of the video, as always, I will pick a scent of the day. Let's take a seat at the scent bar. Oh, that's right. When I heard that JPG had brought out yet another Male, I was quite excited, but then when I saw it, I thought to myself, why? But I have to get my Nostradamus on it and see what it smells like before I decide, is it actually worth it? As with most designers, the price has already been discounted in a lot of places. You can pick a 75ml bottle of this up for approximately £90, 90 British pounds, or go for a big 125ml bottle for about 110 quid, there or thereabouts. The bottle itself, well, not very ingenious, is it? It looks very similar to its counterpart, Male Elixir, that lovely tobacco, honey, vanilla fragrance that we all have come to love and adore in the winter. And what does this look like? Well, it looks exactly like it, but they've just filled in the blanks with more gold, and it's actually made our job of determining how much juice is left inside even harder, because before we could just about make it out. Now we need a blooming torchlight, a flashlight to find out what's going on inside this. Is there a little sinister secret? Are they maybe putting a few mils less that we don't know? We'll never know. But let's talk about the smell. I'm going to get this on a test strip, and as always, bear with me because we'll summarize things at the end of this short, snappy video, and I'll pick a scent of the day. Will it be this? We'll find out. Before I put it on a test strip, I want to tell you guys that I gave this a full wearing yesterday, and after I've described the opening notes and what I think about it, I'll go into what I found out about the performance. Let's get it on a test strip. Good atomizer, pressurized atomizer, typical JPG. Oh yeah, you get that instant JPG DNA up the Nostradamus. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I instantly thought, is this just Male Elixir? Because it smells like it's got that tobacco honey vibe, but it actually doesn't. When you really dig into it, you can smell, and I'll pop the notes up in a second here, but you can smell differences, subtle differences. It's smoother, it's more refined, it's not as loud and harsh in the opening. And I think a lot of the sweetness is coming not from honey, but actually from tonka bean. It's got a real punch of sweet aromatic tonka bean. But what I noticed straight off the bat is cardamom. That's what really stood out for me. Apparently there's plums in the top, but gotta be honest, I don't really detect a plum up my Nostradamus right now. No siree. I do get the cinnamon. I can pick up that lavender note, and I do have quite a lot of fragrances with lavender, and I've started to really appreciate lavender in a note. Do you like lavender in your fragrances? I'd love to hear from you all. Pop that in the comments. What are your favorite fragrance notes? When comparing this to Male Elixir, what you get is more green notes. You get that punch of lavender, and you get a bit more green patchouli poking through in the base, and it's not as strong with the vanilla. There is no vanilla, but it's replaced with a punch of tonka bean. That's how I would describe this fragrance. It's not as loud, it's less harsh, it's more refined, it's more sophisticated. What they're doing with this fragrance is they're aiming out for a more mature audience, an audience that wants something with a bit of class and a bit of a je ne sais quoi. Kind of like Male Le Parfum against Male EDT, the OG. This added a bit of class, a bit of suaveness, a bit more maturity. And I think by Jove, I might have hit the nail on the head. Whoomp a dum poof. Because they're doing the same thing, in my opinion. And pop it in the comments. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I honestly think they brought this one out to give the Male Elixir a bit of dampening down, a bit of calming, pull the beast back, let it appeal to more masses, more mature, finer gentlemen, maybe like Mr. Seasons. I can totally understand why people have kind of been booting off online saying, why did they need to bring this out? What's the point? Because it does smell very similar to Male Elixir, but it's that little notch down that makes all the difference, and I'm all for it. I wore this yesterday, and that leads me on to performance, and it performed relatively well. Now, I was outdoors, granted, for 6 hours. I went for a walk with Mrs. Seasons, but I was getting nice wafts of this. I didn't go nose blind at all with this fragrance, and that's got to be a good thing. I got a solid 3-4 hours of decent projection, and the longevity, it kept on going. It went going like a train. It went on for 6 to 8 hours, easy peasy. Okay, after 4 hours, it fizzled away in the backdrop. It became more of a skin scent, but a rather unctuous skin scent, it has to be said. And I take my hats off to this. Now, my son owns this fragrance. I've borrowed it from him. Cheeky little blighter bought this without telling me. And I said, well, I'm going to borrow this to do a review. I might have to try and haggle a price out of him and see if I can buy it off him. He's got a decent fragrance collection of his own, so why can't I have this? I'm going to see if I can tempt him with a bit of hard cash. And that is where my summary of this fragrance is. To summarize it simplistically, that's probably what this fragrance is. It's a simplistic version of Le Male Elixir. It's got refinement, it's subtle, it's got more floral notes, more tonka bean, hasn't got the tobacco and the honey, but it mixes it up with some clever florals, some lavender, some patchouli to give it a bit of darkness. It's very clever what they've done. And yes, I totally understand, again, I'll say it one more time, why people might not understand the reasoning, but you need to be maybe a bit of a more mature gentleman to actually understand it. Yeah, you need a few brain cells to get it. And I'm getting it. I am getting it and I like it. And do you know what? It's not going to be my scent of the day. Why? Because I wore it yesterday. Got good performance, but today I'm going for another fragrance, and stick around because I want you guys to join me on the next video because I'm going to review this one. I'll grab it now. It's BDK Gris Chanel. That's going to be my scent of the day today. Nicely does it. I'll give you my thoughts on the next video, so please do join me for that. Give you a bit of an indication now. Interesting. So yeah, please do join me on the next one. That was a quick bit of daily fragrance content, and I hope to see you guys soon. Please do consider liking, subscribing and commenting to really help the channel grow. It is very much appreciated, and goodbye for now.